following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, where every man in my thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party, let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
British punk, yo, what I wanna be. Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
Hey ho, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. Hope everybody is doing well, and we have a great show for you today. I'm super excited about our guest today. Before we get started though, let's say hi to my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hi.
There you go.
I have a thumb that's killing me. Now, would you believe this? I rolled over in my bed last night onto my thumb, and I heard my thumb go crack, crack, crack. So I think I did something to my thumb. Now, how many people out there roll over on their thumbs? Not many. I mean, how did I do that? Isn't that stupid? Whatever I did, if I rolled over on it, I bent it backwards or whatever.
And
Anyway,
show everybody too. You can see it. Like
yeah,
it's
you
crooked.
can see how
crooked.
crooked my thumb is. Crooked thumb. Anyway, one more thing to add to being 85. That's a wonderful age because now your thumbs break. Everything breaks. But all in all, I like being alive and I'm happy and things are going well. So I'm not going to complain about a thumb.
There you go.
Right?
That's-
Who cares? Who cares?
So we want to thank everybody for tuning in to last week's show. We didn't have a guest and we got 20,000 views on YouTube, so that's pretty good. So thanks everybody. And we want to welcome people in the chat room. Stefan Bell is in there. Please say hi to Tina for us. Cindy Lady Lake, you made a great promo today. I loved it. Love the song you used, Boo Thang. So thanks for making the promo. We're going to have a fun show today, you guys. We have.
And I do not own Russell Athletics.
I wish you did.
I wish I did. You're wishing I did. If I own Russell Athletics, you think I'd be married to you?
Sure you would.
I would have divorced you a long time
no,
ago
you
and got myself a 25-year-old young beauty.
Yeah, I'm a 61-year-old
What do I want with
old
what do I
beauty.
want with a 62-year-old man?
61-year-old.
Ugh, a 61-year-old bag. I would go keep a nice young guy. Well, I don't mind keeping somebody if I was rich.
If you were rich, but it's not going to happen.
If I owned Russell Athletics, that's a big company.
I love
But
it.
I wore the Russell today, and I wore black because my dog, who I love, had his nails clipped and they shattered, and now they are needles. He jumped all over my arm and caused black bruising. I'm so bruised, I had to wear a long sleeve shirt. Imagine my little sweetheart.
Yes,
My
who we love.
legs look like they were punctured. I wear shorts, so my legs are all full of holes. We have to do something about those nails, Jimmy.
I know. Well,
The groomer has to file them, not just clip them. You got to
can't,
file
but
them.
he won't let
smooth.
you. He won't let anybody.
Well, he got it. Not, hold him down, the little punk.
I know. Yeah, but then he
Well,
might
I can't
have
go
a heart
through life
attack.
covering up with holes.
Well, you're going to wear pants soon because it's going to be cold, and then you won't have any of those things.
If we
For the
move
next
to-
6
If
months,
we
you'll be
move to
good.
Florida, I'll be wearing shorts again.
Yeah, I know. Well, we'll have to deal with it then. Maybe there's a groomer there that he'll like, because he won't let anybody touch his feet. It's very difficult. I can clip 2 of his toenails at a time,
But they
and that's all he
shatter
does. But
because they're not doing it correctly. They're using tweezers, nail
no, no,
clippers.
we use the same clipper that the dog's place use.
No, there's other things now. Now they have things where you stick their nails in it, and it's like it used to sharpen pencils years ago. They have that thing.
Oh, they don't do that at the groomer though.
Well, we have to find some place that makes his nails smooth. He's only 7 pounds, But when you have 7 pounds with 4 needles jabbing you, you get hurt. Anyway, so much for that bullshit.
We love the dog.
What,
the dog's
who's
so
on
fabulous.
today? Anybody exciting?
We have very exciting guests. I'm
Who's
super
excited?
excited. Our very first guest is Catherine Sutherland, you guys.
Who?
Catherine Sutherland. She's a Power Ranger, one of my favorite shows. I collect all the action figures. I'm super duper excited. She's also from Australia, and I wonder if she'll know some of the other big Australian guests we've had on the show. Should be a lot of fun. And then we have entertainer, host, interviewer, celebrator of performing arts, Richard Skipper, coming on, who was actually on our show about 12 years ago.
I know Skipper. Oh my God. So many. He's still alive, Skipper?
He's my age.
Well, that's old. But I know Skipper.
Richard Skipper.
Rich, I know him from New York when he used to imitate. He used to imitate. No,
Impersonate.
Impersonate Dolly Parton. No.
Hello, Dolly.
Hello. What's her name? Who was a friend of mine who I liked very much. Oh, this is. I should really go into a home. I think it's time, Jimmy, we put me in a home.
Who's no?
Because I'm not remembering things.
Carol Channing. Carol Channing.
How could I forget? How could I forget Carol Channing? One of the nicest people I've ever known. She lived here in Palm Springs, and we were quite friendly. And she always thought I was gorgeous looking and handsome, which made me feel so good. All the time, she called me handsome or gorgeous, and I called her gorgeous and talented. And Skip used to imitate her, impersonate her, and he did a good job. So we'll talk about that when Skip comes on.
Absolutely. Also, I want to thank everybody who's been tuning into Dark Frights Horror News Collector's Corner with Jimmy Starr and the Indie Sound. Two of those podcasts, one of them is number 1 on Apple Podcasts, and the other one is number 3 for their respective categories. So please keep listening. Also, we want to thank everybody for tuning into the Jimmy Starr Show with Ron Russell. We're doing really good with the last couple weeks worth of guests. Our best show so far has been Dee Wallace and Stephen Mock. I mean, it hit almost 60,000 plays on YouTube. It's a great show, and they were great guests. And today's going to be a great show, too. You can listen to the Jimmy Starr.
I'd like to know how Dee Wallace's boyfriend made out, because he had the same trouble I had with the overdosing us with painkillers while getting surgery. And he also went into a little demented world. And
Actually, I have her email, so we can email her.
and she was worried. So she was so happy to hear that I recovered and I'm back to my nutty self.
Absolutely. So you can listen to us, you guys. We're on Podbean. We're on Apple Podcasts, Acast, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music. If you want to watch the videos, we're on YouTube, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, TuneIn, and Amazon Prime. So you can hear us on all the different platforms. We want to thank everybody for tuning in every week, and we're going into a good time with lots of great guests coming up, I think. So I think we're going to have a really fun time with all of it.
Yes.
And
what's good about our show is that we're real. We're not fake. And we talk about things that everybody talks about, not just movie people. You know, like my thumb. Who gives a shit about my thumb? But I talked about it because if I was at a lunch with a friend of mine, I'd say, I hurt my thumb. I rolled over on it. Now, which brings me to men, while they're sleeping, get, I don't know how many erections, but we're told we get many erections while we sleep. Now, if I roll over with my erection, will I break my penis? Because I did my finger. So now I'm concerned about rolling over in my bed. So I thought I would drill a huge hole in my mattress.
Did you notice how we said huge?
So if I roll over with an erection, my penis will go down the hole in the mattress and it won't bend and break. Because, your penis is your reason to live. Men without a penis are sad people. They walk through life, saying they wish they could have an erection. But you can have an erection today because there's all sorts of pills to take that do an erection. Also, there are surgeries you can have, all kinds of ways. So guys out there, if you're impotent, which many 50-year-olds are, go seek help and get off the computer, because masturbating with the computer is very unhealthy. And I know so many married men that sneak away in the middle of the night and they go on their computer and they masturbate. That's not good. Masturbation when you're with the person is not healthy. Masturbation is good when you're single and you're horny. But if you're married,
Can't believe
don't
this
do that. Don't
conversation.
masturbate because you're cheating on your mate. You really are cheating with that person in the video. So stay with your mate. Even if the sex stinks, stay with it.
Anyway,
No, what are you laughing
that whole thing. I think that whole thing is funny.
But it's true. If you could break a thumb
I
rolling
know
over,
that's possible. That's true. I
So you-
don't actually know because I did something and my shoulder and my elbow are hurting now today
well,
from last night.
how's your
I just feel like
penis?
I'm getting
Did
old.
you break
It's fine. No,
You didn't break your penis?
no. Hey, Astro. Astro's coming to say hi, everybody. So
You know, men care
here's
about it.
Astro, you guys.
A man without a penis is a woman.
Say hi, Astro.
So if a man can't use his penis,
Okay, we got it. That's enough.
he's a woman. Woman.
Anyway, also, I forgot to tell everybody all the places that I said you can listen to us. We don't want to forget listening to us live on W4CY, our home station for like 16 years or something,
Don't
or
lick
15
me.
years. So W4CY is the bomb, and you guys, we love being on this station. It's also out of Florida, and
Another word. I let my dog tongue kiss me because I love my dog. And I was told by my doctor, do not do that. A dog's tongue is not what you think it is. It does not cure you if it licks a wound. A dog's tongue is full of infectious diseases or germs or whatever. And you can get sick from letting a dog put his tongue in your mouth.
but we do it anyway.
No, it just depends on how far down your throat you let the dog put his tongue.
Plus, our dog has a little tongue because he's a little dog.
So he doesn't go far.
The dog literally goes everywhere with us, you guys.
But he's looking to kiss me again, and I don't want him licking my lips because I don't want dog disease. And there is, there's a cat disease. Don't let your cat lick you either. I forgot what it's called, but there's a disease you can get, humans, people can get from a cat.
I didn't know that.
As much as we love our animals, they're still animals, and they have things in them that we're not used to.
I don't care. Right, Astro? We don't care.
Yeah, but
You're
you
the
don't want to get
best.
sick. Lick Jimmy, make him sick. First, let me insure you for $2 million.
Yeah, I'd never get it.
After I insure you for $2 million, let the dog kill you.
All right, chat room. So you guys are in good shape. Thanks for joining us. We're going to bring on our first guest.
Yes, first. guest.
So let's bring on our first guest. Let's let her in.
Hi.
Hey,
Oh,
how are you?
She's a
I'm good. How are you?
Oh my God, I'm so excited. You don't have an Australian accent, really. I thought you would be more
Well,
Australian.
I've been here for 30,
Oh, there we
almost
go.
30 years.
heard
But
it
yes,
there,
my
but-
accent's, it's
Do you
definitely
mind- do you
milder.
mind if I say you're beautiful?
Oh, no, I don't mind at all. Well, thank you so
Oh,
much.
a lot of
I
women do.
received that.
These woke broads, these insane woke broads, the woke people.
No, we had somebody got very upset when we called them beautiful.
She's
Really?
gorgeous. Oh, she was
Yeah.
beautiful. And I said, you are so beautiful. And she just left the show. She was
We have to like.
I feel
introduce-
bad. Feel bad for men. They don't quite know sometimes what they can and cannot
I
say
think-
anymore.
Also, though, we're gay. We're married and we're gay. So for us to tell you you're beautiful, it's an actual compliment because we don't want anything.
I receive it. I receive it. I think we all need drops put in our buckets, right?
Absolutely.
When a gay man tells a woman she's beautiful, he's
It's
not
next
looking,
level.
He's not looking for pussy. So you know that he means the compliment.
Absolutely. So we're going to introduce you now real quick. Hey, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. I'm super excited. We have Catherine Sutherland, which is so funny because your name in the Power Rangers is Cat also with a K.
Yes.
You guys, she's the Pink Ranger in the Power Rangers. Welcome to the show. I'm super excited to have you. Yay.
That's a very
Thank
big
you.
plus in your career, what you're doing right now, because you're very famous and that show is a hit. So hang in there. You're lucky. You're lucky.
Thank you. Thank you. I have to say, I was just listening into what you were saying about your dog, and I do the same thing. I love my dog so much. I have him all up in my face, but you got to be careful because they carry lots of parasites and
You
stuff.
can get very sick from the dog.
Yes, I
So-
know.
Many years ago, we had a Mastiff, and he got into a fight with our other dog. This is years ago, and Ron got bit in his wrist, And then
I lost all the feeling here. I'm paralyzed.
yeah, he like because
oh
of
my
it.
gosh.
Like 5 days later, he went to the hospital, and they said if he would have waited any longer, they would have had to cut his hand off from the diseases.
I would have lost my wrist.
But it was a big 120, 30-pound
Well,
dog.
he was a huge dog. I mean, he was like a lion.
Yeah.
And he had
Yes.
my other see, Brandy Girl was my middle-sized dog, and they fought over a toy. And Shazam had Brandy's head in his mouth.
Shazam.
He was clamping down to kill her. So I stuck my hand in to punch him in the throat so he would open up so I could get Brandy out. Well, Brandy fell out, but his jaws came down on me. And it wasn't a joy at all. So I've learned that dogs are
Wow.
wonderful, wonderful. I love them more than anything. But be careful. They are germ carriers.
We have 3
Yes.
dogs. But we only have 1 dog now, the little one, Astro.
7 pounds.
Brandy
7
died
pounds.
last summer, and
I'm
Sam died the summer before, but they were all rescues. We like
Yes,
to
my
rescue
dog. I'll show you my dog. His name's Odie. He's my fur baby.
Odie, come here, Odie.
What kind
This
is
is
it?
Odie.
Oh, look at it.
Odie.
What is
Hi, Odie.
He's
I
my
can tell he's a
baby.
spoiled brat.
He
Right?
is spoiled rotten, but he is the
He's spoiled,
sweetest.
I can tell. There's
Sweet.
this-
Look, it's
this-
Astro.
See,
I
Astro?
love him so much. But he has to
Astro's
be by me all the time.
How much does he weigh?
He's about 23 pounds, something like that. He's
I love it.
little. Yeah, he's
Astro
a
is
good boy.
7 pounds of terror.
Okay, so
Oh,
first I want to say, first of all, you guys can follow Catherine. You can follow Catherine on Instagram. She's at Catherine with a C _ Sutherland with it's SU, so Sutherland. And I want to tell you, first of all, I'm excited that you're on because I
He loves
I
it.
collect action figures. Number
Oh,
one,
okay.
I have maybe I don't know $500,000 worth of action figures. I have a
Wow.
lunch. I don't have you as a Power Ranger because I've never met you and you haven't been on the show. But I have the Power Rangers from all the other people that I've met or I'm friends
You don't
with.
have her dog?
I don't have her yet. I'm going to get it. I was looking on
we're
eBay.
going to have to send you one. I have to send
Yes,
you
I,
one.
you have to send me one. I'm super excited. We have had several Power Rangers or people who were on the show. So I wrote them all down. We had Jason David Frank. Believe it or not, the very first convention I ever went to was in like the early 2000s. And I was at a table in a restaurant and there was no seats for anybody. And Jason David Frank didn't have a seat. He just came and said, "Hey, can I sit with you?" And we became friends because he like
Aw.
sat with me at a convention. So I've got a bunch of signed stuff from him. He's
Aw.
fantastic. We miss him. So he
Yes.
was on our show. Steve Cardenas was on our show. Serena Vincent's been on the show a ton of times. She's a really
Oh,
good friend of
I
mine.
love her.
Robert Axelrod was on the show.
Oh, Robert.
And I've recently, Jack Betts was on the show, which that was Power Rangers. I don't think you were in his season. I'm not sure if you were in his season.
No,
And he was
Jack,
on.
I'm not sure I know him. Yep.
And then I've recently been introduced to Michael Copon, Carla Perez, and Walter Jones. So I'm going to get them on the show too.
Aw. Yay. Oh, you gotta have my bestie Nakia as well.
Yes, I want.
Back to you.
Yes.
I'm an actor, so I know that I have done things that I don't like or things that I did because I was forced to do. How do you feel about being
Power
a
Ranger.
ranger?
He doesn't
Are
even
you
really know what it
Are
is.
you happy? Are you happy with playing a ranger?
Yes,
Good.
I had a great experience. The show was non-union, so there was definitely some liberties taken in terms of how long we could shoot. We shot sometimes 16-hour days. Like there wasn't any real protection that way. But as far as like, it was my first series regular role, and it was kind of my training ground, and I just loved it. I loved being a superhero and a role model to people. I loved being on set. So I didn't really have anything to compare it to because the industry in Australia is very different. So I was just happy to be working, to be honest.
So you actually
I'm
got discovered though in
happy to be
Australia,
working.
right?
I understand happy to be working also, but I am I've done 6 clown movies and I'm over it. I am so over it. You have no idea. No, if I see a clown on the set, I'm going to punch it right in the face. I'm done.
Are they scary clowns or happy
Yes,
clowns?
scary clowns.
I'm
Scary
always,
clown.
I'm always fighting these stupid shits. But anyway, he said to Jimmy, "Do not put me in anything unless I can act. I'm an actor.
Right. You're
I'm not-
done playing
I'm
a clown.
I'm not a child entertainer. I
Right.
entertain adults. And these movies, he said they're adult movies. I said, morons watch those movies. The stupid clown movies. I mean, really, you got to be stupid.
No, he does very well. They do very well. I produce a lot of movies, but I haven't done any clown movies.
You
But
haven't
I
done
do-
clown
I like
movies.
horror, though. I
No,
like
so
horror.
where
Horror.
I'm going with Kat, see, I sneak around the back door. Where I'm going with Kat is when you leave, if you leave Rangers,
No, he doesn't know that Rangers.
quiet.
But you don't know things, so you're asking a dumb question.
No, I'm not asking. Is that a dumb question, Kat?
Yes, because she's not in the Rangers now anymore.
Oh,
It's been a while. I've come back
Actually,
to
no,
the
you know,
anniversary.
3 years. You did
That-
one like 3 years ago.
but
You were in
Kat,
one.
that makes
Yes.
my question. That makes my question even better, because the
Okay.
question is, if they offered you another role like Rangers, would you accept it with fear of becoming typecast?
I think I definitely was typecast. I think that is a kind of an issue for a lot of.
Amelia, FaceTime audio.
What's that?
Somebody's
Whoa,
calling.
sorry guys.
That's okay.
Phone call. Wow, that just really kicked you off. I am so sorry. My friend's calling from
That's
London. She
okay,
doesn't
don't
realize.
No, we're
it.
okay.
Um,
We have it happen all the time.
Yes, I think I definitely was typecast, and I think a lot of us dealt with that from the show because the casting directors didn't really understand that. Like they thought that we were in the suits all the time. They didn't understand that you saw our faces. So they almost thought of us like stunt people. So I felt like I really had to prove myself. But I'd come from a theater background in Australia, so I was very frustrated by that because I'm like, I can act, I can do this, you know. But in terms of like now, I think I would love to, if I came back to a show like that, I think I'm too old now to play a young superhero. So I'd do something like a mentor or something like that would be fun.
I mean, is it where the producers say, "Oh, you mean that girl from Power Rangers"? Is that how they associate you?
Yeah. They like, oh, she was the Pink Ranger. It's definitely like a thing.
I
Like,
know what that's all about because when they want me, they said, "Get the old guy."
get the clown guy.
No, not even the clown guy. Get the old guy. Russell, is he still breathing?
I-
Because I'm 85 years old, and at 85,
You're
you know,
amazing. Look at
Thank
you.
thank you. But 85 years old, working is like a dream. You know, how many 85-year-olds can even walk?
That's
Actually, though,
amazing.
you live in LA. Are you in LA?
I was in LA for 27 years. I moved to Nashville in 2022.
Oh,
So I live
in-
Do you know Jonathan Sheck? He lives in Nashville, and he's a famous
Oh,
actor.
he's a friend of. We have a lot of mutual friends. He actually lives really close to one of my dear friends across the street. But I haven't met him yet. But we have a lot of mutual friends. But Erin Cahill also lives here. You should have her on the show. She and Jonathan. She was on his show Blue Ridge. So
Yeah, Blue Ridge is great. He
yeah.
came on our show to promote it when it first came
Nashville
out.
seems-
I've known him
Oh,
for
okay.
years. I met him in
Aw.
social media. He's a great guy.
Nashville seems to be the place now. I know so many
Yes.
people that are going to Nashville. Now, Nashville, 20 years ago, you could have bought the most magnificent home for $35,000.
I know.
Today, how much are the homes now in Nashville?
Oh, it's millions. Yeah, like they're like
You see?
the prices have definitely creeped up. Yes.
Because friends of
It's,
mine bought a beautiful home for $35,000 on a hill.
Wow.
On a hill
Wow.
in Nashville. And they wanted us, not us. I don't think I was us.
No, you weren't.
I was a different us. And they wanted us to move to
We
Nashville.
won't talk about that.
Right. And I said,
I moved there in a heartbeat.
Nashville. I'm a New Yorker. What the fuck am I going to do in Nashville with all the nasal
We're in Palm Springs, by
with
the
all
way.
the nasal twang?
Do you know how many New Yorkers live here? We have so many New Yorkers
Thousands.
that live here.
Thousands.
I
know.
would love to live in Nashville. Matter of fact, this past weekend was the Josie Music Awards. I'm a publicist in my everyday job, and so we had like 7 clients, got nominated for Josie Music Awards, and they were
That's
all like,
congratulations.
"Thank you."
A good
You said
friend-
you're in Palm
Springs.
Desert, Palm
Yeah,
Springs.
Palm
Okay.
Springs.
Kat,
Well, that's-
a very
yes.
good friend of mine moved his movie production company to Nassau. I'm going to call him and give him your name,
Yes, I would love that.
and maybe he
lot
could
of
put
people
you in
moving
one
here.
of his
I
films.
have a list.
You know
So,
who I'm talking about.
um,
You know who I'm talking. I don't want to give his name on the air,
no,
but
Yeah.
Nashville. Oh, you mean you're
Brazil-
talking about in Nashville, not Nassau, Nashville.
Nashville.
Yeah,
he,
yeah, we do.
He moved his whole movie.
He's got like a
company.
weeds company there or something, like a shop that sells,
No.
marijuana
CBD.
But
products.
he also
Yeah,
has.
CBD.
He also has his.
Yeah,
his
he
film.
makes a lot of movies
He
there.
makes a lot of
Oh,
movies.
wow. Yes, definitely
yeah,
connect
yeah.
us. I would love that.
You know who I'm talking
Actually,
about.
yes, I want to. So I have a list because I've produced a bunch of movies, and I've got a bunch of movies in development, and I'm doing a movie called a werewolf movie. It's directed by Adam Marcus, who
Well, my guy, the
Hang
guy
on,
we're
wait,
going to meet is Adam also.
Adam Marcus, and he did Friday the 13th. Jason Goes to Hell. He was the director,
Mhm.
and also Friday the 13th. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D, and we're doing a werewolf movie. And the whole point is like all the soldiers. I'm going to try to get famous people from like the 80s and 90s. Like Steve
I
Cardenas is
love
going to
that.
be in it, and we have some boy band members and stuff like that. And then the lead two people will be somebody bigger. So I'm going to put you on the list.
Yes.
That would be fun. I would love to work with you in that.
The friend I'm talking about is a sweetheart of a guy. He's a really
Oh,
wonderful human being, and he has this company with his son. So he's family man. His wife she passed away from breast cancer. And she
Aw.
was the most wonderful human being you had ever met in your life. Jimmy and I,
And we met them at a horror
I'm going to
convention.
cry because I loved her
Aw.
so much, and she loved me. And
oh.
I would be so happy if you worked with him, and then let me know
Oh.
if you did.
I'll introduce
I
you.
will. Yes, thank you. That's
So
so
let's
kind.
talk about
Thank you.
Australia for a minute. So you were discovered
Yes.
in Australia. I was Googling you to look up different things. It says you were in a Rice Krispies commercial when you were younger.
I was in a Rice Krispies commercial in America.
Oh,
It
okay.
was a 4th of July commercial, which is so funny that they cast an Australian for a 4th of July commercial. But it's me and my daughter. So my daughter was about 2 years old at the time. She's 20 now. It was a really, really sweet commercial. So yes, I did that. But I did tons of commercials in Australia.
I also wrote down though that you were on.
I love Rice
You
Krispies.
did 2 episodes of that show Neighbors, which that's a hugely famous
Neighbours.
show. Isn't that
Neighbours.
where
Kylie Minogue and Natalie Imbruglia. And yeah, so Neighbours and Home and Away are like soap operas, kind of like Your Days of Our Lives or whatever. And every Australian works on those shows to some capacity. But yeah, it's really, the industry is very different in Australia to how it is here. Like, it was really difficult for me when I started auditioning here because everybody supports each other. There wasn't a lot of like fierce competition. And when I started auditioning in America, you'd walk into a room and there was 50 beautiful blonde women, all competing for the same role. And it was really like the casting directors wouldn't even look at you sometimes when you're auditioning. That was a real challenge for me.
But didn't they hire you to be the Power Ranger while you were in Australia, or no?
Yes. So they were filming the first movie there, and Amy Jo, who was the Pink Ranger before me, she had decided she wanted to leave and move on with her career. And so they had auditioned in America, and then they auditioned there. So I think I had 3 auditions total. And then about 3 weeks later, they called and offered me the role. So I moved my life over here. It's amazing.
On a personal note, married, dating,
Yes,
single?
I'm married. I've been married for 22 years.
How old are you?
Yes, and we've been together for 29 years.
Chicken, honey bun.
She looks way younger than she is.
I thought you were about 23 or 24 years old.
Well, the
Nope.
camera, it's maybe the lighting's good. Don't get too close.
You look good. You look great.
She's
I'm
you.
sure our audience.
if
is
your
gonna
if your
agree.
IMDb is correct, she's 10 years younger than me, and she has 2 children.
She's 51.
And-
Yes,
she's
I'm 51.
according to
I just
IMDb.
turned 51 this month, October.
Turned 61.
You look,
In October, I turned
you
61.
look wonderful. Also, I
Right.
didn't
Thank
think
you
you were.
You're gonna
so
be
much,
35
Ron.
easy.
I thought you were a girl. Yes, still a girl.
Thank you so
That
much.
Australian
That's so
blood.
kind.
It's that Australian blood. So to be a Power Ranger, did you have to know how to like fight and like did they teach you or how did you like work out the part? Because it's a very physical role.
Yes, well, I did have to do a karate, like a kata for the audition, just so they could see that you could move. But I was a dancer, so I was very good at picking up choreography and whatnot. So I could kick really high and spin fast and make it look like I knew more than I did. When I joined the show, though, they had we weren't allowed to do any fighting. There was so many issues going on. We used to have to do PSAs all the time about don't hit your brother and fighting is only against aliens, and so we were very like they were really kind of. The second unit, all of our stunt guys were really doing most of the fighting when I first came on. They kind of introduced it again later on in the show and in the movie, the second movie. But yeah, they were very protective of us.
Okay.
You see, Jimmy thinks he knows it all. He doesn't know anything. I could tell you. No.
How long have you been married?
14 years.
14 years. Okay.
In the show, the whatever the hell it was called, the
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
You wore a blue jump.
No, she's pink.
Oh, I thought she was the
She's
blue
the pink
jump.
one. No, the blue one's
No.
a cop.
We've got to get you to watch the show, Ron.
I'm going to get him.
No,
I have a lot of
wait,
questions
shut
about
up.
it too.
I have watched it because we had so many people on our show from that.
I don't know
show.
if he watched yours though, because there's so many different, versions.
No,
of
I think
all
I
of them.
Yes.
remember the cute blonde with the nice body. That was her.
There's always a cute blonde. So wait, let's go
That's
back.
true.
First, I want to go back to Australia for a second because
Yes.
we've had 3 pretty big Australian artists or people on the show besides you, and 2 of them, like both the show, they hit like 18 million plays or something. They were a couple of weeks ago. We had John Jarrett. I don't know if you know who he is. He's from Wolf Creek. He's the bad killer in the Wolf Creek movie.
Yes. Oh, that movie is terrifying. Yes. Yes.
So we had him on. He was a phenomenal guest. And then one of
Yes.
my favorite actresses is Sharni Vinson, which you might know because she's a dancer she's a judge in Australia on the dance shows. But she was in
Australia's a big country.
I know, but she was in Step Up 3D as the dancer, as the star of it, and she was in a horror movie called You're Next, which was a really she's
Okay.
in a bunch of stuff, but she was a good one. And then we also had Guy Sebastian.
Oh,
Jimmy
wow. Yes. I do know who Guy Sebastian is. Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you're
He's hilarious. Yes.
But I had the ultimate best friend, and he was Australian, and he was married once to Liza Minnelli, and he said she was a bitch.
Oh, yes.
She was a
Yeah, I
bitch on
still
wheels.
call Australia.
And he was
home. Peter Allen.
he was. I used to have a benefit called Have a Heart, which all the money went to AIDS research with Elizabeth Taylor. And I asked him to come in to my show, and he said yes. Could you believe that?
Oh,
He was going to
wow.
come in, but
Tell
unfortunately,
people who we're talking about.
oh, I
Peter
can't remember.
Allen.
Peter Allen.
Peter Allen.
She knew.
Yeah, I know. He's an icon in
I was
Australia.
having lunch at the townhouse, and a friend of mine came over, and she said, "Ron, Peter's not going to be in your benefit." I said, "Why?" She said, "Didn't you know?" I said, "No, what?" She said, "He's very ill." I said, "Oh, I didn't know." She said, "Yes, he has AIDS." I said, "Oh no, Peter has
Aw.
AIDS." So I saw him. You know, it's horrible to have seen people who are dying because that picture never leaves you.
Yes.
And now I'm seeing him. That beautiful man was down to pounds. He was just awfully.
Oh, yeah.
I love Peter
And he
Allen.
passed away shortly afterwards. Let me talk a little bit about Peter Allen. He had a sense of humor beyond belief. He was so sarcastic, but in a loving way. He was so Australian, the Barbie and all that jazz. And his
The
mistake.
Barbie and all that jazz.
No, he did all that Australian crap because he knew we loved it. He was more Australian around us than he was around Australians. And the mistake he made, he liked very dirty looking motorcycle rogie bums. And
Oh.
unfortunately, those men had AIDS. They were all mostly, that sort of man who didn't
Rough
care
around
about
the edges.
and,
Yes.
and that's how he became ill. But Peter
Aw.
Allen was wonderful.
How long was he married to Liza for?
Huh?
How long was
How
he
long
married?
was he married to Liza for?
Oh, I think like a minute or two.
Yeah,
Well, he
that
couldn't
was just a little blip.
He said she was crazier than her mother. Yeah,
Oh,
he was not a fan of Liza Minnelli's, not at all.
oh,
He tried to make
oh.
the marriage work, but I don't think it was his homosexuality that broke up the marriage. From what I
Wow.
gathered, it was just her. She was an
Wow.
impossibility to live with. She was very neurotic.
Yes.
I mean, she came from a horrible background. Her mother, it was
Yeah.
much we love Judy Garland. Her mother was not a mother. She was a nut job. They lived in hotels. They snuck out of hotels not to pay the bill. They didn't have any
Oh
money.
gosh.
They lived. She lived a very. I feel sorry for Liza. I don't like her. I've had dealings with Liza Minnelli, and she was very nasty to me.
Oh, I'm
On
sorry.
a personal note, I didn't like her.
Oh,
Ron has all kinds of stories. So basically,
I'm sure.
I'm a child like of the 80s, so I was friends with Corey Haim and Corey Feldman and all those
Yes.
people. And he's friends with, like, his best friend
With
was
Jane
Jane Russell.
Yeah, my
Oh.
buddy.
Our Jane Russell.
Wow.
So we've
My
both been
buddy.
very fortunate to have, meet a lot of great
I'm
people.
from the
Yeah.
olden days. When I was young, I worked a lot when I was young. I did mostly stage. I like stage better than film. You like stage?
I do. I love the theater.
Okay,
Yes. Nothing like it.
You feel like you're working.
Yeah. Yeah. And
In
it's
film,
very
film, I
collaborative.
don't
It's
feel-
like a
when I do
collaborative
film,
experience.
Yes.
When I do film, I don't feel like I'm working because I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Right.
You shoot the end in the beginning, in the middle, it's all screwed up. But stage, you're in the beginning, the middle, and the end.
Mhm.
And it's a
Mhm.
wonderful progression. I love stage.
So
Yes,
I
me too.
I
Were
want to
you
go.
an actor? Were you an actor, Jimmy, or were you?
I
can't
have been in a ton of things, but primarily because I have 1 million followers in social media. I suck. I'm not a good actor. I'm a really good producer.
He's not a good actor. He just reads lines.
But I've been in a lot of
No.
things.
I've worked with him off camera. I have said to him, Jimmy, it's called acting. Now you have to become the character you are portraying. I will. Now I will go into the forest and I will find the person that is trying to kill us. I said, no,
Anyway,
Jimmy, that's not it.
You guys are such a comedy act. This is
It was
fantastic.
such an impossibility. I said to him, it's going to break my heart to say this, but never acted.
I
because you're
only
so bad.
tried to act. Honestly,
Oh, is he
the
bad?
reason I started to act back in the day, because I've been doing it a long time, but the reason I started to act was because of CSI Miami and David, the guy with the red hair who's the star of CSI, David. whatever his name
David Caruso?
is. I was like,
Carradine. No,
terrible
Caruso.
actor. I was like, if he could do it, I could do it. And I actually booked roles for my first 10 editions. So I thought, oh, I'm good at this, but I really wasn't good. They just weren't good
No.
projects.
I've
And,
seen the work.
Hang on, let
that
me
he's-
finish. But I'm a great producer. I'm a
Yes,
really good producer,
yes,
and there's
he
more.
is.
And there's more money in producing unless you're the
I have
star.
to
So
tell-
I
I-
like being
That
a
is
producer.
true.
I have to tell
That
you,
is true.
behind the camera, Jimmy's the best. No lie. But put him in front of the camera, you want to kill yourself.
It's really bad.
It's
So
really bad.
let's brag, though.
You
I want
keep
to brag.
it real. Okay, yes. Go ahead.
No, he's the actor, and I'm the producer. So first of all, you guys, Kat was the first. First of all, she was the pink. She was the second Pink Power Ranger after Amy Jo. Then she was the first. No, she was the Pink Zeo Ranger, and then she's the first Pink Turbo Ranger. And for people who don't understand, maybe explain it to people, because Power Rangers has like 1 million evolutions.
Yes.
And like 150 episodes of like one, and then they change the whole thing and you're in
Yes.
something else. So explain that to people a
So-
little.
The show began in 1993, and it was our executive producer, or the owner of the show, Kaim Saban, had seen this Japanese show. It was called Sentai, and he just saw this show and thought this can be adapted to an American audience. And he tried to sell it, I think, for 10 years before he actually sold the show. And it was originally called Phantom Rangers. And it was these superheroes that could morph into, their costumes, and they would fight these aliens that were trying to kill, destroy the earth. And anyway, it just became this phenomenon. Like we still like marvel at, it was very cheesy. It was filmed on a very low budget, but for some reason, it just resonated with children. It was colors, it was fast, it had great music, and there was fighting, and there was moral messages. So it kind of had this like very full experience in 22 minutes. These kids could just like be washed. It was like washed over them, and then they go on with their day. And anyway, I came on in season 3. So the show was already like at its like height. It was when the movie was coming out. And I walked into what I thought was just a children's show. I didn't know like I don't think it had only just started airing in Australia. So I had no idea how popular it was. And I came on as a baddie. I was like an evil villain at first. And then I progressed into becoming the Pink Ranger. So at the end of Mighty Morphin, because they were using this Japanese footage, they had to find a way to do different seasons now because they'd run out of the footage that they were using. So all of our fight sequences and morphing sequences were from the Japanese footage. So that's how we ended up getting into Zeo, because now they had to have more footage. So we did Zeo, 52 episodes, and then Turbo, I did 20.
Wait, hang on. You did 52 episodes?
Of Zeo. I did, I think, 15 episodes of Mighty Morphin, 52 episodes of Zeo, and then about 20-something episodes of Turbo.
Well,
So
you were well bound in that show.
But
Yeah.
you were also in the movie because you're in the Turbo of Power Rangers movie.
yes, that was so fun. We had a lot of fun doing that.
Then you have because you were also like you did guest spots on Power Rangers, Shattered Past, Ninja Steel, Wild Force,
Mhm.
and I also wrote down something else.
Once and always.
Yes. Oh yeah, Once and Always, which that's kind of recent, right?
Yes, we did that. I think, when did we film that? 2 years ago, I think it
Yeah,
was.
It came out not that long ago.
Yeah. We filmed that in New Zealand, and that was kind of like a love letter to our fans, because I'd come back for our cameos before, but this was like a real like throwback nostalgia for the fans, and it was really fun to be a part of that. So,
But look at all the people who come when you go sign autographs. Like it's mostly older people, right? It's not little people. It's like me. I'm old.
it's a mixture, actually. It's really funny because sometimes we'll have little kids come up to us, and I think it's the child that's the fan, and it's their grandparent.
I never refer to myself as old. I refer to myself as vintage.
Vintage. I like that. Vintage.
No, old has such a
like
negative.
that.
Yeah. But vintage,
Yes, I like
very
that.
nice. I'm vintage because
I'm
I'm from
vintage.
the
I'm going to
old-
steal that
My
one.
first movie I ever made, I was 19 years old. That was 1959. And I was so lucky to play a soldier who was an extra with Sophia Loren. And Ted.
Wow,
Of
lucky.
course, I got a great start to my career. Then
Yes.
He's got a good story about Sophia Loren.
Which one?
The one where you sat down and you weren't supposed to sit there.
You know, they have the chairs out on the. We shot in the train station on Long Island, Long Beach train station, and she didn't go in her cabin, her trailer. She went and sat on her chair, and next to her chair was George Sanders' chair, but George wasn't shooting that day, so I snuck away from everybody because we were told not to disturb the stars. We were told not to go over, not to speak to Ted Hunter or speak to Sophia Loren. I was madly in love with Sophia Loren as a kid. I'm Italian, she's Italian. I went nuts. So I went over to her and I started speaking Italian. And she said to me in English, she said, "Your Italian is as bad as my English." She said, but say carino. Carino is dear, but you're very dear. And they quickly came over and they said, "Hey, soldier, back." And she said,
Back to your area.
back to your Nothingville. But she said, "No, let him stay." And I
Aw.
stayed and we chatted. She's a very lovely person.
Oh, I
Beautiful
love
beyond
that.
belief and very, very charming as all hell. I mean, she just was one of those women that as she spoke, you felt warmth. And it was wonderful.
Mm.
And when I
Yeah.
left, I said to her, "Per piacere, puoi darmi una bacia? With pleasure, could you give me a kiss?" And she said,
Stop it.
"On the cheek." And she
No,
kissed
I'm in an
me.
interview.
She kissed him on the cheek.
And I ran home. After we got out of the railroad station to my aunt's house where my mother was. And I said, I'm never washing my face with Sophia Loren. Her lipstick is here. She kissed me.
Oh, lucky.
And my cousin Bertha was the only one that said, oh, Ronnie, I'm so happy for you. You got to be kidding. And everybody else ignored me. My family could care less about movie stars because my mother was an actress. So they were used to it.
So
Yeah.
besides Power Rangers,
Yes.
you've done some other stuff, but most of your stuff is Power Rangers, which makes me so excited because I literally love it all. And it's
Wait a minute. What was Power Rangers? Basically a kid show, right?
It's a kids show. Yes, it was a children's show.
And it wasn't
Mhm.
Japanese backed? Produced by
They-
Japanese?
It was produced in America, so it was a Japanese series, but they adapted it to American show. Yeah.
Oh, wait, I have a question for you before I go into the other things you've done. So what did you think about the Power Rangers movie that came out like in 2017? You know, some of those
I
people
liked
that
it.
they were nobodies then. Some of those people are like, you know, top 500 people on IMDb now, and I loved it.
You know what?
Wait.
No, I have to stop you because I don't like the phrase nobodies.
I didn't say nobody.
Yes, you did. You said there was some.
Well,
nobody.
they were like people nobody knew.
Wait. An actor is never a nobody.
You're right.
An actor is a person who is trying to please a lot of people on film.
Okay, so when the movie came out, they
Right?
filled it with
No such thing as a nobody.
they filled it with a lot of people who weren't just easily recognizable names. And I thought the movie was fantastic. Even though it got panned, I loved it. I thought it was like great. I loved the whole way they did the whole thing.
Now wait, the question is, did you think it was?
Yeah, that's
great?
what I'm asking her. Did you
I
like it?
did. I actually did. I really liked it. I thought it had like a Breakfast Club kind of vibe to it, you know, these kids. But the complaint from the fans, from what they've shared with me, was that it took too long for them to morph and that
Yes.
it was a bit too dark. And I said, well, I think they were trying to capture a different audience, like, you know, and maybe appeal to the fans that were kids and now are older, you know, are adults.
I think
So-
that's true. I think
Yeah.
that's true. It appealed to
And
an
I
older-
enjoyed it.
It wasn't for the 10-year-olds as much as it was for like the 15 and 18 and
Yeah.
20.
But there was a lot of karate in it.
I loved it.
Yeah,
A lot
the
of
little bit of
stuff.
fun. I lived it too. I thought Elizabeth Banks was awesome as Rita. I didn't like Goldar. I thought that was stupid. But I
didn't like
loved that they
either.
kind of made it like Zordon was the original Red Ranger, and I'd loved them to have seen maybe them do a prequel where you got to see Zordon as a ranger.
Yes.
That would have been kind of cool.
I would have liked that too. Actually,
Yeah.
I recently, because I think we're going to have Carla Perez on, who she's Rita. I think we're going to have her on.
Yes.
I met her publicist at an event recently. And,
Oh, cool.
really cool. So you were also in your other really big credit, and I heard you're listed kind of high on IMDb, but I heard they cut out your actual like speaking voice and everything. But that was Jennifer Lopez's The Cell, which was a huge movie. Like that movie, I remember we
Yes, that
went to a
was
midnight
amazing.
showing of it when it came out.
That was an amazing experience. The director Tarsem is like a visionary. I'm surprised he did Mirror Mirror as well, and he's done a million like music videos and commercials and stuff. He is the most like the way that he sees things and the worlds that he creates is just like mind blowing. He's just so creative. But that was an amazing experience for me, that movie. And I became really close to him and loved just being a part of that whole experience. But my scene, so there was a scene that we had filmed. It's on if you get the DVD, there's some deleted scenes on there. So one of them is a deleted scene, but they had Vincent D'Onofrio and Tarsem had gotten some footage of this is really horrific, but someone being killed, like hearing what people go through. Right. And this person, they said when people are pushed to their limits, whether it's in a torture situation or they're getting close to the end of their time, they often will cry out for their parents or, you know, something like that. So in this stuff they had, she was saying like, you know, mommy, help me. She was almost like regressing back to being a child. And so that's what he wanted me to do in that scene. And when they tested it with audiences, it was a little bit much.
Too much.
I think it was a little too much. And I'm like, too much? That movie is so gory and everything.
Really?
But it's funny, isn't it? Like people can handle gore in our world, but they have a harder time with like
Emotional stuff.
emotion.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was in like filming that scene was really hard because he wanted it to be so real. And I was in a tank, like that was probably like maybe 10 feet by 10 feet. And they were literally filling it up with water. And I had to like be a really strong swimmer. That we had, respirators hidden all around the tank. And it was just gradually filling up with water. And they just filmed me like drowning, basically. My son's pulling faces at me. And so it was a very draining emotionally and very strenuous physically. But so amazing to be a part of.
It's a really good film, though. For anybody who hasn't
Yeah.
seen it, you guys,
Personal time.
no, wait. I want to finish this topic. The Cell, you guys, stars Jennifer Lopez, Dylan Baker, Colton James, Vincent D'Onofrio, Vince Vaughn, Jake Weber, and Tara Subkoff.
Yes.
And you.
Yes.
On a
Do you know
personal-
originally on a little fun fact for people, Tara Subkoff, who played the victim that survives, she was originally that role was Piper Perabo.
Oh, wow.
And she got Cody Ugly and had to do that instead. So that's how Tara ended up getting cast.
It's funny because I was a big fan of Tara Subkoff because back in the day, I was a celebrity clothing designer. I used to make clothes. I dressed everybody.
Wow.
She had a clothing line. She had a clothing line called Imitation of Christ. And I swear they like copied a lot of my shit. Like a lot of her shit looked like my shit. And I was just like them. I only made one of a kind. I didn't mass produce. So I only made one of a kind things, but I dressed everybody. I did the costume design for Too Fast, Too Furious, and I dressed Elton John and Madonna and all kinds of people.
Wow. You guys have had such an interesting life. Like, what an interesting career.
We're still having an interesting
And we're
life.
still having.
We're still having.
Now, on a personal question, I'm the guy that everybody loves that watches our show because I snoop. I ask the questions that the celebrities don't want to ask. But is your husband in the biz?
No, he is not. He was an actor when we met. We met in an acting class. He was a detective for years.
What?
A homicide detective.
That is so cool.
A detective. Good for you.
Yes, he was. He's retired now, and he does a lot of other things. But he was a detective for many years. But when we met, he was pursuing acting. He went to LA to become an actor, and he did a couple of things. But my husband is very like, you work hard and you get successful, and that's not how acting works. You can work as hard, do everything, and you may never get a role in your whole life. So he found it very frustrating that, like, I'm doing everything. Why aren't I, getting the roles? And I'm like, it doesn't work like that. So he pieced out and went and took a different direction.
Your husband was a very rich man, very rich, because he had you as a wife and children. Oh, no, I believe that. I have 2 children. That's my wealth. I'm a very rich man because my kids are unbelievable. Kids, they're old ladies, 50 and 55. But,
So wait, what are you?
I'm vintage, not old.
Yeah, that's right.
They're my kids, and I call them old broads all the time. I tease them. I say, you old broads.
Are either of your children following your footsteps? Are either your children going to follow in your footsteps?
And be an actress? Are you talking them out of it?
My children, when they were little, they did modeling and acting, both of them. And then my daughter is very, very smart. She wants to be a doctor. So when she was maybe 9, she was like, she didn't want to miss school to go and do jobs. So we stopped, and then they're very close in age. And my son would be an amazing actor. He's just very like a natural born actor.
He wants to be an actor?
No,
He would be. He just doesn't really like the industry and what it's kind of turned into. But
well, I got to tell you my story. My daughter Leslie was Miss Teen Long Island. Then she went up to being second runner-up in Miss America. And they
Wow.
wanted to give her a contract to go in for film. And she said no, because when she was modeling, she couldn't stand sitting on a stool for hours and having everybody touch her hair, make it drove her crazy. So she said, just leave me alone. I don't want anything to do with the business, Daddy. I hate to disappoint you. I said, Leslie, you have the most beautiful face. You look like Michelle Pfeiffer. You're gorgeous. You look like Grace Kelly. You're a green-eyed blonde beauty.
Yeah, like
You could be in Hollywood and make a lot. She said, no.
Halle Berry won the year before.
Right.
She won.
So now
Really?
my other daughter, Deirdre, who's a beautiful redhead with blue eyes, wanted to be an actress, better than anybody. She tattooed her leg with the
faces.
the faces, the smile.
Yes. Yes.
And she was in a movie, and I'm going to tell this story because I don't care. And she was walking by a trailer, and the trailer door opened, and there was an actor there naked, shaking his penis at her, saying, "Come on in the trailer for a while, honey." And that actor was Anthony Quinn's son.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
So Deirdre had a quickie with relationship with Joaquin Phoenix. And
Really?
she was very involved in the business and hated it and said they're all crazy, they're egomaniacs, they're all selfish, they're all me. I can't do it, Daddy. So she went
Aw.
into law. Now they both live in
Wow.
Pennsylvania, normal lives.
And they like antiques and other kinds of
My-
things. They don't
my-
like
my-
any of our movie shit.
No, my daughter Leslie is an antique connoisseur, and she has that. So they went the complete opposite of my life.
Wow. Well, but isn't that great that they found their own path and that you're such
Absolutely.
a wonderful father that you encourage them to be who they were meant to be and not I think a lot of show parents or actors, pushing their children into follow their footsteps. That's about them,
Deirdre made about 5 movies, and I saw the movies, and I said to her, Deirdre, the role was not good. The part was not good. We don't have anything there that we can say is acting. We have just like scenery. And I was always truthful with them. And you have to be that way with your children too. But I never wanted my children in it. My mother was a silent movie actress. And I lived my whole life with her and Gloria Swanson and Rudolph Valentino. My whole life was Hollywood. My mother couldn't wait to get to Hollywood, to be a part of Hollywood. And it was horrible as a young kid.
Yeah.
Because, I would tell other people that Gloria Swanson is my mother's friend. And in those days, people knew who Gloria Swanson was.
I know who she is.
They say, "Oh, you're a liar. Your mother doesn't
wait.
know Gloria Swanson."
Go back. So what does your son want to do then? Because we cut that off and we didn't get to hear.
Yeah, he's very creative, but he's kind of leaning into wanting to maybe do forensic psychiatry or forensic psychologist or something like that. He's really fascinated with the mind, and he loves figuring things out. And
Kids are
whatever.
smart. You
Wait
have
a second.
smart children, which is good for
see,
you.
I go
do.
around the bush when I do questioning. The question to you is, and be honest, what do you think about our business?
That's a convoluted question for me. I absolutely love acting. I love movies. I love TV. I love theater, anything creative like that. I love that you can just be transported and take people on this adventure, and for 2 hours of their life or whatever, however long they're watching, they get to just be transported. And I love that. I love the creativity of it. But I feel like our industry is really broken at the moment. I think we keep recycling the same stories over and over. I think that they've gotten very lazy with filmmaking. I feel it's like frustrating when there's not anything original. So when something like Severance comes out and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so unique, it's so different, because we're so used to the same thing over and over and over.
Yes.
And I would love to see just more variety, I guess, in film and television. I'm just kind of disenchanted with the industry
We
at
are
the
too.
moment.
Very.
We end up watching a lot of. Well, we watch Turner Classic Movies because
The old
Ron, you
movies.
are
Yeah.
people, and we also
Because they're my friends on it. I watch my old.
and we watch a lot of Tubi because Tubi has a lot of '80s movies, and we end up.
Yeah,
watching
we
a lot
love
of-
80s movies too. We just
So,
watched
I
Weird
said,
Science
I said to
for the
Betty
first
Davis,
time in years.
Yes.
I said to Betty Davis, if you were in the business as you were in the 40s today, would you be in the business? She said, no, I would stay in Connecticut.
Wow.
And that was
It
her
was
answer.
a different, well, back in that time, it was just it was a glamorous, it was just a different time in movies.
Different.
And it was,
She couldn't work today. She'd be a corny old lady.
right. Isn't
Part
that,
of the problem is that people don't become actors because they actually love acting. They want to be famous. Everybody wants to be famous.
yes, so
Right.
true.
I
And now
said-
you've got influencers and people that are just, have a lot of following on social media that are being cast in movies over people that
I
have,
hate that because they can't act.
they
can't
can't
stand it
act. Yes,
because they
exactly.
can't act. I really get upset
Yeah.
about it.
That's
That
my
and
problem.
we
But
have,
I said to Jane Russell on many occasions, many conversations we had, I used to want to get her back in movies. I said, Jane, we could play together. I could get you in films in a minute because of who you are, Jane Russell. She said, Ron, I'm not Jane Russell anymore. I have to use the word. She said,
Vintage.
I'm an old woman. I'm a vintage woman. She said, people would expect me to be Jane Russell. I can't be Jane Russell because I would look like a fool. At 86 years old, she's not going to shake her tits and do what she did all her life.
Right. She's
So
not a bombshell. She's not a bombshell
That's what
anymore.
I said
Yeah.
to her. I said, but there are parts you could play, elderly parts that are very good. She said, Ron, I really can't remember lines anymore. And leave me alone. Leave me alone, she'd say. I just want to be left alone. That was a famous saying. I want to be left alone all the time. Leave me alone.
We have 8 minutes. I want to do my regular
Oh.
question. All right. So I'm so happy that you came on. Number
I
one,
am
thank
too.
you so much.
You're
Yes,
terrific.
you guys are so fun.
Sometimes I have to.
You're a terrific guest.
We have some people that I've been because this show. We're 18 years old. We've had this show for 18 years. I had it before.
Wow.
And it didn't even have a thing called podcast back then. And we're just about to break 1.3 billion downloads or streams.
Wow, that's congratulations.
A lot of
And-
people are seeing you.
Yeah, a lot of people. So a lot of people will
all
see
over
this.
the world. All over
Um,
the world.
And I put it on my
Aw.
social media. I have like 1 million followers, so I have a big
We're
following.
big, we're big in
Um,
Germany. We're big in
the
England.
UK, yeah. But
The
here's my
UK.
question for you, and this is different for you because you have been stereotyped a little bit as a Power Ranger. But let's say you're just this great actress, and you could work
She is
with
a great actress.
I know, but and you could work with any male or female actor, living or dead. Who would you? What male would you like to have worked with, and what female? And then, if you could be in any movie or TV series that's ever been made, what one would you have liked to have been in?
Oh my gosh, that's a big one. Well, I'm gonna go with Ron because we were talking about classic movie stars. I would love to have worked with Audrey Hepburn or Julie
I
Andrews.
love Audrey.
Julie or Audrey. Julie Andrews is like amazing as well. And then male, if it was more of a modern, I would definitely say like Viola Davis or Meryl Streep for female.
Who?
Love
Viola
both of them.
Davis or Meryl Streep. I love Viola Davis.
Yeah.
Meryl
Oh,
Streep,
she's
Viola Davis.
Viola Davis is like she's on next level. And then male actors, I'd probably go with like someone like, let me think. Gosh, it's a harder one. Maybe Brad Pitt.
Oh, okay.
Brad Pitt. Oh no, Denzel Washington. There we go.
That's a good one
Denzel.
too.
Yes,
I
I,
like
love
Denzel
Denzel.
Why would you
I
want to
love
work
Denzel.
with Brad Pitt? He's such a bad actor.
Ron doesn't think Brad Pitt's a-
I actually think he is really fun. Like in his recent, like I don't know if you saw Bullet Train,
No,
and
we
Fight
didn't.
Club,
Oh
I,
yeah, that I liked. Yes.
Snatch. Like he's very good. He's very funny actually. Like he's very good.
I
At
grew Angelina Jolie grew up in my house. Okay, we lived
Oh.
in Beverly Hills, and my daughter Deirdre went to El Rodeo school with her. So Angie used to come to my house to play. So I knew her as a young girl. And all this crap they say about her being the blood, the crazy, the tattoos, that was, I don't know what it was, phases she went through quickly. But as a person, she was absolutely the nicest human being I know, with the biggest heart. She cared for people. She cared for poor people. She cared for people that didn't have what she had. She was wonderful about it. Brad Pitt couldn't care less about people or audiences or anything. And he was not nice. He did a lot of drugs. He cheated on her. He was a very bad husband. So when they say bad things about Angie, her tits are real. All right, now she had them done because of that cancer thing, but they were real. Her lips are real. That's who she looked like as a little girl. 8, 9 years old. She looked exactly as she does now. So when people say bad things about Angie, I go crazy.
One of my favorite movies of all time is Hackers, and that's an Angelina
And she's a
Jolie
brilliant
movie.
actress.
I liked her in Gia. Oh, she's an incredible
She
actress.
was great. Hackers was great, and he likes the one she did with Johnny Depp. I forgot the name of it. But I
Oh,
love
the tourist.
Tourist. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
She was
he loves that.
so beautiful in it. I
So
love it.
beautiful.
for her beauty.
So
And
my
Angie's
last question,
beautiful.
because we only got 2 minutes or so. So what do you know about the Legend of the White Dragon? Is it ever coming out?
Yeah, I know. I people ask me that all the time. I think right now they've finished it. It's picture locked and it's now in the hands of the distributors. So they're trying to sell it. And it's been 4 years. It's time for it to come out. I wish it had come out closer to when we lost Jason. I think fans really needed that. But it's supposed to be really good. I'm excited for them. I know Jenna is really excited for it to get released.
We've had a bunch of people in it. Like Serena's been on our show, and Ron Rogue, or I don't know how you pronounce his last name, but I know he's in it, and he was in the Saw movies, and so
they have some really great actors in it. And I know that they really want it to come out. It's just, you know, what it's like trying to sell a movie. It's very difficult. It's not as easy as people would think.
And I would think that one would do great, though. It's already got such a built-in audience. Everybody can't wait for it.
Getting distribution today is impossible. The distributors are crooks. They're robbing the film people mad. We know that. And they only want garbage. For some reason, they think the public is all a bunch of morons with no brains.
If I had it, I'd four-wall it. I'd do it myself.
So anything that's decent, and you have to think about it, if it doesn't have beating up, crashing cars, and slashing, it doesn't get distributed. If you
That's so true.
Yeah.
Or sex. That's the other one.
You have a movie with dialogue, people walk out of the theater. They said, I can't sit there and listen to them talk so much. Well, they're actors, you fucking idiot, and they're doing a performance. You don't want to hear them talk too much. What, you only beat each other up?
I hate it.
So Hollywood has gone very woke and very insane.
Yeah,
and people are fed up with it. The audiences that are intelligent are fed up.
Last question.
Wait, one last statement. I'll keep a big mouth shut. We need the writers to write real,
new
no
stuff.
longer to write crazy stuff that doesn't exist. Let's write about us, people. We care about
people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree with you.
One more kick and beating up. Ugh.
Now I forgot what I was going to ask.
Because
But either way,
old.
so everybody.
I didn't answer your question about what show
the
would I want
movie.
to be a part of.
Yes.
Yeah, movie.
Yeah,
A movie. I would love to have done like a genre, the genre of like a terms of endearment, like a family. Like I love movies like that where they take you through generations and family, and like The Family Stone.
Great movie. That's my favorite Christmas movie.
I love that movie.
Stone. I love it.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the name of it before you said it.
Yeah.
So
I love that, like intimacy, where you get to see real people being like.
Yeah, that's what we want to know about.
Do you have any autograph shows coming up that you want to advertise?
I am in at Cape Con this weekend at Cape Girardeau, and then Ranger Stop is in Orlando the following week, and then I'll be in Columbus in December, and I'll be, I think, in Iowa, and then that's it for the year. Four shows. And then I don't know if your audience wants to see, like, just have some joy and some fun in their life, tune into I have a YouTube channel called Power Rangers Playback with Nakia Baris, and we have all kinds of fun stuff on there. We do skits, we talk about our time on the show, we have interviews. all kinds of fun stuff. And it's just a place where fans can come and just,
Love that.
celebrate life and friendship and nostalgia.
That's what it should be all about.
Yes.
Movies in my day in the 40s taught us how to dress. We copied all the movie stars, taught us how to behave when they were elegant and had manners. We became. Today, the garbage on film has taught the young to be rude, disgusting, and violent. Now we have to bring film back to teach these young morons what it's like to be decent, elegant,
Respectful.
and
How about-
Respectful.
I
I
love
agree with you. It's so true. That is so true.
Well, everybody,
Yeah.
this is Catherine Sutherland. Follow her on Instagram at
Yay
Catherine
for
Sutherland.
Cathy
Thank you
Sutherland.
so much. I'm definitely going to put your
Thank
name on a
you.
list of actors in case anything comes up. We'll be contacting you.
Yes.
If you have anything else, new stuff to promote, let us know. We'd love to have you back.
I will. Thank you so much. You guys were so much fun.
Thank you.
And
All right.
if I'm in a movie playing a father, you could very easily play my daughter.
Absolutely.
We can be vintage together.
Yes, you can. Thank you,
I'm
Catherine.
beyond vintage.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank
Hey, everybody,
you.
we're going to
Thank
take a
you.
quick music break, you
Bye,
guys. This is BNGB, It's You, and we're going to
She
be
was
back with
sweet.
Richard
I
Skipper.
like her. She was a sweet girl.
Absolutely. Here's
What a woman, sweet woman.
hey, you guys.
Look,
BNGB,
look
It's
at this
You.
lighting. This
I know,
lighting makes
just, we got to go.
I look like a corpse.
Go. BNGB, It's You. We'll be right back with Richard Skipper, everybody.
Oh yeah, baby, baby, ooh.
everybody. All right, so we're gonna bring on our next guest, Richard Skipper. Let's bring him in, Juan. Let's make sure we can hear him.
Hello, Jimmy and Ron.
Hey, how are you?
It's good to see you.
I
You,
love it. Good to see you too.
you old fuck, you're still picking.
I sure am.
How are
46
you?
years in
How
this
are
business.
you? It's been years since I've seen you.
Yes, I'm still here.
Long time
look
ago,
terrific.
Skipper.
It's the lighting.
I knew Skipper when he impersonated Carol Channing.
Hang on, let's do an intro first, everybody. I want to do an intro, so I've got it for the separate show. Hey, everybody, now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, entertainer, host, interviewer, and proud celebrator of the performing arts, Richard Skipper. And hello and welcome back to the show. Because
That's me. That's me. Everything.
That's you.
And yes,
we actually
Ron.
had you on like 12 years ago, I think we had you on the show. About
Yes.
12 or 13 years. So that's
Yes.
how long it's been since we've seen
You're
you.
looking good, kid.
Well, thank you. I keep trying.
You're eating right. You must be.
It's
eating
all a
right.
matter of lighting. You know, Noel Coward once said, "Sex is a matter of lighting," and it's true.
Well, your lighting is actually really good.
Well, I got the memo.
I have a question for you before we
Yes.
start talking about other stuff. Did you ever meet Laurie Beachman?
Oh my God, I've got a great Laurie Beachman story.
Okay.
When I first came to New York, one of the first off-Broadway shows that I went to see was Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I went with a friend. I was 18 years old. I was fresh off the turnip truck from South Carolina. And Laurie Beachman walked out on stage, and it was like a jolt of electricity went through my body. And I sat up, and I mean, I've never seen a performance like that before or since. I mean, she was just mesmerizing. And my friend wrote a letter to her and told her that I had just come to New York and that it was one of the first shows that I had seen. Laurie Beachman sent me the nicest letter, wishing me a wonderful career and everything. And then I was doing another show a few years later, and someone ransacked the dressing room, and they ripped the letter and the photograph from Laurie Beachman. And my friend wrote back to her, and Laurie sent me another photograph with a key attached to it and said, "Lock it up."
How cute. I have.
So
to
I
say-
never met her personally, but that was my only experience with her.
She is my probably top 5 favorite singers of all time. I listen to. She's got at least two CDs
Who
that
is
I
she?
have. She's a famous like Broadway singer,
I should know her. What's her name?
and she died of cancer many years ago.
What's her name?
Laurie Beachman.
Oh, I know.
She has a theater, the Laurie Beachman
Yeah,
Theater.
I know Laurie.
And anyway, she's always been one of my favorite singers. And I saw you have a show going up there, which made me think, oh my gosh, I wonder if you had ever met her. Because she literally,
Yeah.
like, I have both of her things on my phone, and they come in rotation and play all of her music all the time. Because
She
I
was
think
the
she's
best.
one of the greatest vocalists ever.
Ron, look her up. She's an amazing singer.
Yeah, she's
You'll
fabulous.
fall in love with her.
Which you guys, you can follow Richard on Instagram. He's at richard.skipper.celebrates, which is the name of his television show that we'll talk about in a minute. And his show. And then his website is richardskipper.com. So tell us a little bit about Richard Skipper Celebrates, songs, stories, surprises, and so much more, because that's what's coming up on the Laurie Beachman Theater.
Well, as you know, as Ron said at the beginning in his intro to me, I spent 20 years performing as Carol Channing. Not only did I work with Carol,
You were good as Carol.
Yay, there we
put us
go.
together,
Yeah, you were good Carol.
and that's not AI generated. That's a real photograph.
Yay.
But I've worked with so many incredible people in this business, and so many of these people have become great friends of mine over the years, that at parties and at events, people would say, "You've got so many great stories to tell. You know, why don't you put it into a show?" So I thought, which stories do I choose to tell? So what I do before the show starts, question cards are passed out to the audience. They could ask me anything about people I've worked with, places I've been, events that I've experienced, life lessons I've learned in this business. They can ask anything. Anything is on the table. And I don't see any of those questions before the show. And the entire show is improvised.
Oh, that's great.
That's terrific.
Oh, it's very interactional, too. Like,
you know what, Skip? I'm 85, and my years of the business, I practically have met. I can't even tell you how many celebrities. I couldn't remember.
Mhm.
You know, you meet them for a minute, you know them for an hour or for a long time. Jane Russell was my best friend. As you know, I impersonated her years ago.
Yes, I met her once.
And she was my best friend for years and years. So I also have stories that are fabulous. People say write a book.
Did you write a book?
Who has time? Did you write a book?
I might write a book someday. I'm thinking about it. I really
That's
am.
what I said. That's what I say. I said when I get old and I have no work to do, book for when I get old.
Actually, so you guys have kind of lived parallel lives because
Oh yeah.
you did Carol Channing and he did Jane
Jane
Russell,
Russell.
and they were both super
Listen,
iconic people.
I know Skip. How many? 40 years, 50. I know him forever. He was a young guy. He was gay trade when I met him.
Yeah. I still am in some circles.
That was fabulous.
And I'm trying to remember Skip's stories, and I'm vague here. I'm cloudy.
Well, actually, so because you now you call the show Richard Skipper Celebrates, but it used to be everything you wanted to know about Richard Skipper.
Richard Skipper, Bill, we're afraid to ask. That's a long title. And I was in Provincetown. I was performing in Provincetown this summer. And I'm not joking. Several people came up to me because I have a podcast. And my podcast is called Richard Skipper Celebrates.
Yes.
And that's easy for people to remember. It's a brand. People remember it. And people would come up to me on the street in Provincetown saying, I watch your podcast.
Right.
And I mean, complete strangers. It was amazing. So I decided to go back to that title. And that covers everything.
No, it's a good one. It's a good title. It's a great. I'm a publicist. It's great for branding. It's really good for branding.
We name drop on this show all the time because it's not name dropping. I put it this way: if I were a plumber,
Excuse me.
and I came to your house to fix your drain, and I said, my friend Louie down the block can also fix your drain. Nobody gives a shit. Who cares about Louis down the block? But if I say Rock Hudson down the block, my friend, they go, oh, name dropping, name dropping, name dropping. You're dropping a name when it's Louis down the block. It just so happens that the people I know are famous. Excuse me.
And you, the people you know.
Exactly.
Now, Carol Channing moved to Palm Springs. I have some wonderful pictures with Carol.
Oh.
Carol thought I was gorgeous. That's all she ever said. Oh, I was 20 years younger. She thought I was
More than
gorgeous.
that.
I have the best picture of Carol holding my face, kissing me. Now, I said to Carol, I don't know if you're going to like this, Skip. I said to Carol, how is Skippy? He used to, does he still impersonate you? And she went, yes. She didn't go any further. So then I found out later on that you and she had a falling out.
No,
Not
not true. No.
So set that record straight.
Yeah, Carol and I remained very good friends until the end of her life. She was very respectful of me. I was always respectful of her.
Right.
We appeared together on more than one occasion. She came to see the shows that I was in. If she was in New York and I was performing, she would be in the audience. She looked me up when I came to New York. I stayed at her home in Rancho Mirage. Very good friends. So wherever you got that rumor, it's not true.
Good.
I figured it wasn't, but you know, the business, they love to build you up and then tear you down. But Carol was good as long as her husband was alive. But after her husband died, she went to shit. She became an old woman and useless. And I was very hurt by that because I really liked her. She had a wonderful sense of humor, a wit that went beyond everybody. And she was always smiling and doing, you know, like you do. So Carol was not my friend, but a very nice acquaintance. I liked being at affairs with her. You know, in Palm Springs, it's one crowd. So we would be at the same parties.
So how long did you impersonate Carol Channing?
Long time.
Because you also have, I think, a website dedicated to Carol Channing. And
I have a website dedicated to have the history of Hello Dolly.
Okay.
But I performed as Carol for 20 years.
Good for you.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did.
You look terrific because I actually, before you came on, I Googled you, you know, just to get some information. And so much. There's
well,
so
you're
much,
good for my ego, Jimmy.
I know
No, it's
you had so many
Listen.
great articles written about you and the stuff that you did with Carol Channing all over the internet because you get interviewed all the time. And so,
And listen, when one female illusionist tells another they look good, that's rare in our business. Because most female illusionists.
Well, I will say this,
They're
and I
innocent.
mean this.
No,
Anyone who knows me, the
those
reason
fair-
I call everything Richard Skipper Celebrates is years ago when I started writing a blog, someone said, "Why don't you call the blog Rants and Raves?" So it was Richard's Rants and Raves. But then someone pointed out, you're always raving about people, but you're never ranting about people.
Right.
You know, to me, there's too much dissension in the world already, and I don't want to add to it.
I agree 100%.
So I am there to celebrate. I love being on stage. Nothing excites me. But for me, you know, Marilyn May, and Marilyn
Yes.
May always says the audience is the star of the show.
Boy,
And
this
I
name's
never-
coming back. I forgot that name.
He said he
Marilyn
forgot
May.
Marilyn May.
Now, yeah, we could really reminisce. You and I should do a book
Well, let's talk about it.
together. You know, Ron Russell and Skip. But
So I took some notes, though. Hold on. I took some notes because so we've also, Richard Skipper Celebrates and the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. I've also interviewed a lot of the same people because I went on your website and I went on your YouTube channel, which you guys, he has a great YouTube channel. I don't know. It must be called Richard Skipper Celebrates.
RichardSkipperCelebrates.com. It's easy to find.
So here's some of the people. We recently had Dee Wallace on our show.
Oh.
Did phenomenal. She was on about a month ago. Don Most has been our show. Ron has interviewed Tippi Hedren. Loretta Swit. We haven't had Loretta Swit. Lee Purcell we've had.
You know,
Charles-
today is Loretta's birthday.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Loretta Swit.
Yeah.
Lee Purcell has been on our show. Charles Rosenay's been on our show. Del Shores hasn't, but he's very popular here in Palm Springs. Melissa Manchester, another great guest. Leslie Ann Warren, Linda Pearl, Charles Bush, which Ron knows Charles Bush. He was on our show like a million years ago.
Charlie Bush.
Hang on, wait. Melba Moore was on our show about 2 months ago, and Andrea McCardle was my biggest one because I'm a
And
big.
today is Andrea McCardle's birthday.
Well, I love her to death.
Skip and I both know
Go to
Charles.
Charles Bush. then.
Charles Bush. We both. You knew Charlie, right?
Yeah, he.
Oh,
interviewed.
yes. Very well.
I hung out with that bitch. She was the evilest queen you ever wanted to meet. God forbid you walk by her and you were overweight and a woman. Well, she said, "Look at that fat slob." I mean, it's terrible.
Wow.
Charles Bush was the most talented female illusionist I know.
Mm-hmm.
He could do Betty, he could do Joan, he could do all of them in a flash. And you never knew who he was. You know, we all went to dinner with him, a gang of us, about 12 of us. And everybody was waiting for him to not be Charles Bush. And he knew that. So suddenly when the waiter came, he went, and there was Betty. And he's
Are
talking.
you thinking of Charles Pierce?
Huh?
You're thinking of Charles.
Charles
Pierce.
I
Pierce.
think you're thinking of Charles Pierce.
What are we talking about?
Charles
Charles
Bush.
Bush.
Oh, Charles Bush, the guy on stage. Oh, the wrong book, I'm talking about Charlie Pierce. Did you know Charles Pierce?
I never met Charles Pierce, but I'm a huge
He was
fan.
a trip. He was a trip.
Okay, everybody,
Sorry.
just so you know, we're talking about Charles Pierce now, but
I-
not Charles Bush.
I don't
Right,
know why.
right.
You know, at
Good
80,
thing you said that because I don't know the
at
difference.
80, at 85, forgive me. You know. Anyway, he would do Betty Davis to the waiter, and then just he'd turn around and suddenly become everybody. He was the most talented person I've ever met. I remember seeing him for the first time in Florida when I was about 17 or 18. It was a gay bar in Florida on 21st Street, and he was working the back lot. And he did Eleanor Roosevelt, and I will never forget it. Girls, girls, girls. Tomorrow we may go out and sell our boxes of cookies. Be sure. I mean, he was wonderful. He was just wonderful. I followed his career, and he came to California. So of course I was friends with
So
him.
wait a second, though. Then let's go back. Tell us. Who,
Wait. So he said, I said to him, "Are you going to be in my benefit?" He said, "When is it?" I gave him the date. He said, "No, I'm in Europe filming." I said, "You're so full of shit. You're in Europe filming my ass, Charles."
Wait. Tell us, who is Charles Bush? 'Cause
Charles Bush
no,
was.
let him tell us. I didn't ask you. I asked
I
him.
know who Charles Bush
Let's
is.
let him tell us. He interviewed
Well,
him.
Charles
Go.
Bush is an amazing female illusionist himself, but he doesn't impersonate other stars.
He
What he
doesn't say-
does is he evokes those stars.
Right.
He's a Tony-nominated playwright. He wrote Tale of the Allergist's Wife for Broadway. So many incredible shows that he's done. I don't want to mention Die Mommy Die was one of his. Psycho Beach Party is
that's a
Charles
good movie.
Bush. So yes, I'm a huge fan, Charles, if you're watching.
There you go. Way to
Charles,
go.
Charles Bush was less of an entertainer as we were. We sang and danced. Charles Bush did dramatic stage plays. The Woman from Something, remember that play? I saw
Yes.
it. What was it? The Woman of the Murder Mystery. What the hell was it called? The Woman
I
from...
want to say from Shanghai, but I may be wrong.
No, not that one. There's another one. Anyway, I've seen a lot of Charles' work. Now, also, Charles came to New Hope when I lived in New Hope. And we ran into each other in the restaurant. And I have to say, he wasn't the least bit friendly. And I was a little taken aback.
No, that's
by it.
Charles Pierce, though.
No,
That's
Charles
that's
Bush.
Charles Bush. Okay,
Charles
I remember that
No,
actually.
Charles Pierce.
A Tale of Two Charleses.
No,
Yes.
every time Charles Pierce saw me, you know what he used to call me? Oh, here's the Mafia drag queen.
Oh.
That was his nickname for me. The
Well, I
Mafia.
will say this: I have never encountered Charles Bush when he was not the consummate gentleman and/or lady.
There
He
you
was
go.
Well,
always
he was
incredible.
rushing into a restaurant, and I attributed that to his being late or whatever.
Okay.
But I was a little.
I think he was performing at the restaurant because the
You
lady.
were with me, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah.
the night I fell and hurt my knee, and
Right.
there was another lady there who was from some huge TV show, and they were
So
performing.
you met Charles Bush also.
Yes, he was okay. He wasn't not friendly. He just wasn't
But
overly
I
friendly.
knew him. I knew him better than the greeting I got.
There you
Mhm.
go. So let's talk about your show a little bit. First of all, I have two clients, so I've seen your show primarily because I'm as a publicist. I had Quinn Lemley and Gina Zolman were on your show not too long
And I
ago.
love them both.
Five.
Speaking of impersonation, Quinn Lemley as Rita Hayworth,
Hayworth.
one of
Yes.
the best in the business.
Yes, she's phenomenal.
Who are you talking about?
Quinn
Quinn-
Lemley.
Two of my clients. You know them.
No, I'm talking about the ultimate Rita Hayworth was my friend.
I know, but I'm trying to tie it into his
Did you ever go
show.
to the Townhouse restaurant?
Yes.
Okay, then you knew him. He sat at the bar. His name was, I forgot. He did Rita Hayworth with the wig, and he did Gilda. Oh my God, he was phenomenal. What was his name? He lived in Astoria.
Anyway,
He was married to the doorman. What the hell was his name? A very good friend of mine. See, I'm losing everything as I get older. But anyway.
so I want to go back, you guys. So Richard Skipper Celebrates has a YouTube channel. He did one thing I think is really unique on your channel and on your show, because I watched a bunch of shows, is, you do the one-on-one interviews, but then you also do like a panel, like Gina and Quinn were both on like a panel, and there's like 4 or 5 other people, and then you guys are talking about a subject that they're all familiar with. Very unique concept because nobody really does it that way. So I want to say kudos to that.
Oh,
for
thank you. Thank you.
The shows are really good. Everybody should go and check them out. So who are some of your favorite people that you've had the opportunity to interview?
Top of the list, Leslie Ann Warren.
Very good.
Love her.
And I just I did an event with her on Saturday night in front of
Lisa.
2,000 people at the King's Theater in Brooklyn, celebrating the 40th anniversary of Clue. So absolutely her. Carol Cook, who was a dear, dear friend of mine.
Oh, yeah. Carol Cook. I know Carol.
I don't know who that
and,
is.
I know her.
Who is
John
Carol Cook?
Davidson.
Wait, go back to Carol Cook. Who is Carol Cook? Like, what did she do?
Carol Cook was she was a protege of Lucille Ball.
Okay.
And she was on the Lucy Show. She was in the original Broadway production of 42nd Street. She was the second actress to play Dolly after Carol Channing.
Wasn't
She
she
did it in
also
Australia.
Wasn't she also in the Gidget Goes to Las Vegas movies? Those movies?
I don't know
I
if
thought
she was in that. She may have
two
been.
of those. She had the orange hair and
Yes. She was in 16 Candles.
Who was she in 16 Candles?
The grandmother,
Oh my God, it's like one of my favorite all-time movies.
Molly Ringwald's grandmother.
Okay, I
We
love
know-
that.
We know the same people.
I love
because
that.
We came up the same time.
Wait, you said John Davidson. So John Davidson, I remember had a show. I follow him on social media.
He was one of the most gorgeous men I've ever met.
Yes. Well, go and look at the song that he wrote for me.
Okay, good for you. Where is it? Where do we go see it?
It's on my
John?
YouTube channel.
Okay. John Davidson is a fun one. He's still out performing because I follow him on
But
Instagram.
he's very old and he lost his looks. Age
No,
is-
he's still handsome.
No, he's still him.
I don't
He's a
think
handsome
so.
man.
Well, I don't like old men, even though I'm married to one. I don't like old men.
I do. So there you
I
go.
told Jimmy if he ever gets to be 80 and I'm still around, I'm not sleeping with him. Because I do not sleep with 80-year-old men. It's a bummer. You could grow up from 80-year-old, except for me. I'm the only one.
When my husband turned 70, he says, I can't believe I'm 70. I said,
Well-
I can't believe I'm married to a 70-year-old.
Skip, we're married to old bags. It's
Yeah.
time you and I go out, get dolled up, and pick up some young cuties.
No, it's not. So how long have you been married? How long have you been married?
We've been together 35 years, but we've been
Wow.
married 12.
Good for you.
We were one of the first 100 couples to get married in New York State when it became legal.
Good for you.
We got married in New York.
Yeah, we got
also.
more in New York
I
also.
could have gotten married in California, but I said to Jimmy, no, I'm a New Yorker. I want to get married in New York.
Good. Yeah, we
Wasn't
went to
New
the
York
courthouse.
wonderful back in the 60s and 70s?
Well, I came to New York in 1979. I came just on the precipice of all the change in the world.
New York was, in my day, a gay bar, you had to sneak in because the police would raid it and arrest us. So we'd grab a dyke and we'd dance with the dyke so they thought it was straight.
Wow.
Of course, it looked ridiculous. But I found that to be the most exciting time of my life was when a gay bar was illegal. I loved it. When it became legal, the gay bar lost its excitement. It was the back door, the person at the door letting you in. It was wonderful. I loved it.
Mhm.
So I have a question for you because
Yes.
we've been on the air for I think 18 years, and we've probably in that 18 years had under 10 people who are also interviewers like we are.
Mhm.
You know, if you do what we do. Number one, like, do you have a bucket list? Like if you could interview anybody living or dead, you know, and you didn't get to interview, like we have a few people that we would like to get, and I'm always reaching out to them. But is there anybody on your list that, oh my God, I'd really like to interview, you know, this person or this person?
Well, first of all, I started doing the interviews as a result of COVID. That was when I started. So I've not been doing this for 18 years, but God bless both of you in doing that. So when I was doing this, I really wanted to interview Cheetah Rivera. That was a
Cheetah?
big, yeah, I didn't get a chance to
I
interview.
loved Cheetah.
I love Cheetah. Harvey
I love-
Firestein, I reached out to, and he turned me
Oh,
down.
she was the most.
Really? He turned you
He
down?
turned me down.
Harvey Firestein.
Harvey turned you down. Who the
Yeah, he
fuck is
turned me
he?
down. He didn't do my show, but I still love you, Harvey, if you're watching.
He's got his
But
nerve.
the biggest bucket list person for me would be Barbara Streisand, and my
Streisand.
reason,
He wants
but my reasons for wanting to interview Barbara Streisand, I would like to know how about her approach. I'm more interested in the approach to their craft and how they masterminded a career, especially in a business that's constantly changing. That's the interview that I would love to have with Barbara Streisand,
Well,
and
her
no one
an-
has had that interview.
I know what her answer will be. It's called talent. Talent never ends. Talent
Mhm.
goes on till you die.
Mhm.
People without talent are flesh in the pan.
We actually did an interview with her sister.
Her
It was
sister,
really good, and we had a
her-
really nice interview with her.
her-
Rosalind Kynes.
Ro-
Rosalind-
Rosalind is a very dear friend of mine.
She's a doll. I love
we had
her.
a great interview with her.
And you know what I said to her? Rosie, what was it like growing up when everybody called Barbara ugly and you beautiful? I had the balls to ask her that. And she said it was hard for Barbara because Barbara wanted to be beautiful. But Rosie is a beautiful woman.
And talented. She can sing.
Dang, don't you think Rosie's beautiful?
I think she's incredibly beautiful, but I want to say I believe that they're both beautiful.
I do too.
Barbara Streisand to me is one of the sexiest women ever to be on a film screen.
Barbara Streisand has a body of death. Her body goes for her. She's got legs that don't stop. She's really beautiful. She has made unattractive women beautiful because she has a unique look. I know Barbara. I don't know her. I was in a store with her on a shoe store at the Right Bank in Beverly Hills when she was shopping. And she didn't have any makeup on. And all I thought was she looked like a soup bone. Her nose and her face was really not really attractive at all. But after you look at her a while, and when she smiles and talks, she becomes attractive. And the way they photograph, who gives a shit about what she looks like? And what's come out of her mouth? I mean,
She's so talented. We watched The Way We Were the other night on Turner Classic Movies.
I love her work.
She's-
I watch her. I love her work. I love her.
She's
singing.
in it's like Laurie Beachman. I actually like Laurie Beachman's voice better,
Yeah.
but for me, Barbara Streisand and Laurie Beachman are all in the
And I was
top
hoping,
five vocalists
I was
ever
hoping-
living.
I was hoping that Roz would say that. Who cares about what she looks like? Talk about her voice. So I changed the interview, and I said the very same thing. Who cares what she looks like? Who with a voice like that? Oh my God!
And her acting ability is
I mean, she's
sick.
a super talented woman.
I love her.
Super talented.
So wait, what is your favorite? Do you have a favorite Broadway show? It must be like a Hello Dolly or something.
Hello, Dolly.
Okay. Do you
I
go to?
devoted my life to covering that show, so absolutely Hello, Dolly.
I love it. And so, what do you do with Hello Dolly now? You still? I mean, you're obviously
He
you
doesn't-
keep it alive. Nobody keeps it alive.
I have a
Yeah,
show
he
as
doesn't-
myself,
Uh-huh.
celebrating the history of Hello, Dolly,
Okay.
going all the way back to 1835.
Wow.
Where it really began. And I tell the evolution of the show. I sing songs from the show. I show film clips. I've got some great clips. I was performing at the Revolution Stage Company, which, by the way, I'm coming back, Palm Springs, February 11th.
Okay.
But when I was there, I have a clip of Ruta Lee talking about playing Dolly. And after the film clip, someone said, "Did you know Ruta was in the audience?" And I had no idea she was in the audience.
Ruta Lee.
Ruta Lee. Oh my God, she's my buddy. She lives in Palm Springs.
Yes, I just love her.
We had Ruta on our show not too long ago. In fact, she was supposed to be in a movie with me. I don't know what happened to that shit. But anyway, someone asked me, Ron, why aren't you impersonating Jane Russell? I said, because I'm 85 fucking years old. Now, I said to Jane, because Jane was a buddy, I said to Jane, I could get you in a movie with me if you want to be in a movie. She said, no, Ron. I said, why? She said, because people would expect me to be Jane Russell. She said, I'm 81. I am no longer Jane Russell.
Wow.
And I understood that. And that was the answer I gave when I was asked, why don't you do Jane Russell? Because I'm not 30. When I was 29 and 28 and 20 and 30, I looked like her. I had a body that didn't stop, legs of death. Now I'm all crippled. Could you picture me as Jane Russell now? I'd have to do it with tits down on my knees.
Is there anyone here for love?
Do you sing? So you sing in your own voice?
Oh, yeah.
I sang in my own voice too.
That's really cool, though. So you should put some of those. I didn't see those on your YouTube channel. Do you have clips of that on your YouTube?
I'll send you a clip. I have one.
So
clip.
wait,
I
I wanted
don't
to
have, there are
ask
not
you-
a lot of clips of me performing, but because I like to look forward. But I'll send you a clip.
Yeah, because that's really cool.
Skip, I was saying that about me to lead it to the question about you. When did you know it was time to stop doing drag?
Well, I don't want to go into the details, but I signed a bad contract with a bad producer, and I spent 7 years in litigation fighting for the rights to my
terrible.
show. And then
You
by the
couldn't work?
time I got to the end of that run, I no longer wanted to do it.
Good for you. I mean, that you made that decision on your own.
Do you
right?
miss it? Do you
Well,
miss
Carol
it?
was no longer performing.
Right.
And when Carol stopped performing, I mean, after Harry, her last husband, passed away, this spark went out of it for me. And I will tell you something very interesting. When I first started performing, I mean, Ron talks about being a friend with Jane Russell. I was the luckiest guy on the planet to have Carol Channing as a friend.
Oh yeah.
But as we got to know each other, she was no longer that icon She was
No.
no longer that person that was
No,
out of arm's
right.
reach.
You're right.
As soon as I got to know her, I never felt that I could do her justice.
Right.
It
You're
all
very
changed
right.
for me.
The first time I met Jane Russell, it's a long story. I won't get into it. I went to where she was singing in a Mexican restaurant up where she lived in Northern California. And I walked over to her and I said to her, I have a story to tell you about a voice I heard that told me to find you. And for what reason I only could think is I impersonate you. And I had my portfolio. And listen to this. This is the true story, Skip. I said to Jane, and I opened it up to the bathtub of me in a bathtub with suds in the book Persona. And I said, I hate this picture. I don't look like you. I look like an old lady. She said, are you kidding? She said, I wish I looked that good. And I said to myself, oh my God, you've been making up like her and imitating and doing every detail of her. And now she is saying that she wishes she looked like you. Anyway, she was a born-again Christian and believed in magic of the Lord. So my story had to do with something like that. And Jane thought she could convert me to being a born-again Christian, but that was an impossibility. So once we put that baby to bed, we began becoming friends. We stayed in each other's house. She came to Palm Springs and had her own room. My daughters loved her. Story.
You had like 2 minutes, so you gotta,
okay, we're going to a very big event in Florida, a respectful event of her movie, The Gentleman for Blondes. And she comes out of my daughter's bedroom, and I look at her. I said, Jane, what happened to your tits? She said, what are you talking about? I said, your tits are down to your belly. Can't you jack your bra up? I did, Ron. It doesn't go any higher. So I said, what are we going to do? We can't go out. You're Jane Russell, famous for your tits. We can't go out with tits down here. So I said to my daughter, Leslie, I said, what size are you? She said, 36B. I said, what size are you, Jane? She said, the same, 36B. My daughter loaned her a push-up, long line push-up bra. Now she came out and her tits were nice and young and up here. I said, now they look good. She said, when are you going to leave me alone? I said, until you die. Never.
love it.
Another time.
So wait, no, we don't have time. We have
Wait.
3 minutes, and I got to talk about his
this
stuff.
one's good. She came out of a shower after a performance, and her piano player, she was nasty, very cranky, and not nice to me. And her piano player said, you know, you're really not nice to Ron. Why are you doing that? She said, not nice to him. You got to see what he does to me. And he said, what? She said, well, if we're going someplace, he smacks me in my ass and says, Russell, move it. We're late. She liked that. Jane didn't like any kind of Hollywood bullshit.
So I want to go back, you guys. First of all, follow Richard.
I miss her terribly.
You guys want to check out Richard Skipper Celebrates on YouTube. His website is richardskipper.com. His Instagram is richard.skipper.celebrates. If you're in the New York area on November 21st, he's going to be live at the Laurie Beachman Theater in New York City doing his show, Richard Skipper Celebrates, which is everything you always wanted to know about.
I'm coming to Palm Springs. Come see me there.
And he's coming to Palm
Springs?
Yes.
What?
February 11th to celebrate my 65th birthday.
Wait a minute. What show?
This show.
Celebrates.
Oh, okay. We'll be there.
Yeah, I love it.
And we'll do as much PR as we can to get all the queens here to go.
Oh, that would mean the world to me.
Actually, too, just remind me, and we'll have you come back out the week before you come. We'll bring you back on so we can help promote it.
We could really
love that.
So, you guys, this is Richard Skipper. He's really led an amazing, incredible life.
Well, I want to say something, Richard. Do you realize that you and I are the only people still working? Isn't that amazing? Think of all the people we know that God knows if they're dead or where they are, but nobody's working. Ron Russell's
I love what I do.
Ron Russell's name is still happening, and so is yours. And that's
and you're really so the first time we had you on 12 years ago, I had no idea and I didn't know who you were. And then over the years, because I see stuff all the time since I'm big on social media. So when you contacted and said, hey, I'd like to come back on the show, I was super excited to have you on. You've accomplished so many things. Your YouTube channel is great. Your interviews are great. Everything you're doing is great. So keep up the good work. We'll see you in February. And
as I said, true talent never ends.
Thank you.
which I believe
It
that
goes
too.
it goes on and on till we die.
Thank you.
I love it. So you guys, that's Richard Skipper. Follow him. Go see his show. And check out his channel. Thanks so much, Richard. We'll see you soon.
Good
Bye-bye.
seeing you
See you in
again.
February. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good seeing you.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. We had 2 great guests. Thanks to Catherine Sutherland and Richard Skipper, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Jimmy,
Yeah, this is MC Alfred.
and Ozzy.
I'm just chilling, in the style, sitting down and designing. Why every man in my thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be. Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out.